You know what's disturbing about trail cameras? They see everything. Every animal that passes. Every movement. Every moment. Day and night. For weeks. For months. Recording silently. Capturing images no one witnesses in real time. No one sees until later. Until you go back. Until you collect the SD card. Until you review hundreds of photos. And by then, whatever happened, it already happened. Days ago. Weeks ago. The moment is over. The creature is gone. Or it's still there. Still watching. Still waiting. Still knowing you'll come back. Still ready. My name's David, and I'm a wildlife researcher studying black bears in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. I set up trail cameras throughout my study area. 20 cameras, spread over 40 square miles, capturing images, documenting wildlife, recording patterns, standard research, standard methods, standard science, until 3 weeks ago. Until I retrieved my cameras, until I saw what they'd captured, until I realized something else had been using the forest. Something that wasn't an animal. Something that knew about the cameras. Something that posed for them. Something that wanted to be documented. Something that wanted me to see. Something that wanted me to know. That it was coming. That it had already come. That I was already part of what it was capturing. I've been running this study for 2 years. Same cameras, same locations, same protocols. I check them monthly, collect the cards, review the images, download the data, replace the batteries, reset the cameras, return them to their positions. Simple routine, effective research. The cameras are motion activated, infrared sensors. When something moves within range, click, image captured, timestamp recorded, distance measured, everything documented. I'd captured thousands of images. Bears, deer, raccoons, foxes, occasional bobcat, once a mountain lion, all normal, all expected, all explainable, all wildlife doing what wildlife does, moving through the forest, living their lives, unaware of the cameras, unaware of being watched, unaware of being documented, just existing, just being, just alive. I went out on a Saturday in mid-March, early spring. Snow mostly melted, forest waking up, bears emerging from winter dens. Perfect time to capture data. I had my GPS, my truck, my collecting bag. I'd hit all 20 cameras. Be back by evening, be home by dark. Easy day, standard collection. I started with camera 1, northern section, near a stream, high bear activity area. I approached the tree, found the camera, right where I'd left it, camouflaged, locked, secure. Battery indicator showed good power. Memory indicator showed full. The card was completely full. That was unusual. The cameras could hold thousands of images. I'd only checked them 3 weeks ago. Even during active periods, a full card meant what? Hundreds of triggers? Thousands? What had been in front of this camera? I moved to the next 5 cameras. All the same. All full. All cards maxed out. All showing excessive activity. Something was wrong. Something had changed. I collected all 20 cards. Didn't review them in the field. Waited until I got home. Set up my laptop. Started with camera 1. Imported the images. 4,147 photos. In 3 weeks. That's over 200 per day. The first images were normal. Deer. Squirrel. Nothing unusual. But then, starting on day 3, something else appeared. In the background. Far back. At the edge of the frame. A shape. Dark. Tall. Humanoid. But wrong. The proportions wrong. Too tall. Too thin. Arms too long. Standing. Perfectly still. Facing the camera. Not passing through. Not moving. Just there. Standing. Watching. Being documented. I zoomed in, enhanced the image, tried to see details. But the resolution was too low, the distance too far, the lighting too poor. Just a silhouette, a shape, a suggestion of form, but definitely there, definitely present, definitely aware. I moved to the next image. 2 minutes later, same position, same stance, same watching. Next image, same. It stood there for, I counted, 47 images, 94 minutes. Not moving, not shifting, just standing, being captured. Every 2 minutes. Click. Same image, same position, same entity. Then, it was gone. The next image showed empty forest. Just trees. Just normal. Like it had never been there, but it appeared again. 3 days later. Same camera, same location, but closer. Maybe 50 feet from the camera instead of 100. Same stance, same position, same watching. This time it stayed for 32 images, 64 minutes, then gone. And it kept coming back, every few days, each time closer, each time staying longer, each time watching, learning, understanding. By the end of week 3, it was 10 feet from the camera. I could see not details exactly, but shape, the way it stood, the way its limbs hung, the way its head tilted, like it was examining the camera, like it was studying the mechanism, like it was understanding what it was, what it did, why it was there, and who had placed it. I opened camera 2. Same pattern. Starting on day 4, the shape appeared, distant, then closer, then very close. The final images showed it, touching the camera, its hand, if it was a hand, reaching out, fingers, if they were fingers, extended, touching the lens, covering the sensor, going dark, several dark images. Then, it pulled away, and the final image before the card filled showed it holding something, a piece of paper, with writing on it. I enhanced, zoomed, tried to read. The writing was coordinates, GPS coordinates, my coordinates, my truck, where I'd parked when I set up this camera 2 years ago. It knew. It had found where I'd been, where I'd started, where I'd entered the forest. It was tracking me, backtracking, finding my trail, following my path, learning where I came from. Camera 3, same entity, same progression, but different behavior. It didn't just watch. It performed. It moved. Danced? No, not dancing. Moving deliberately, posing, different positions, different stances, different gestures, like it was communicating, showing me something, teaching me something, warning me, inviting me. I couldn't tell, but it was intentional, purposeful, directed at me, at whoever would see these images, at whoever would collect this camera, at the researcher, at me, specifically me. Camera 4 through 7. All similar, all showing the entity, all progressively closer, all increasingly interactive. Camera 8. That's where it changed. The entity appeared, but it wasn't alone. There were more. I counted 5 of them, all similar, all watching, all standing in formation, all facing the camera, like a group photo, like they wanted to be documented together, like they were a family, a team, a unit. I don't know. But they were together, coordinated, unified, all aware, all present, all waiting. Cameras 9 through 15 showed similar group images, different numbers, different positions, sometimes 3, sometimes 7. Once, I counted 12. All similar shapes, all similar stances, all watching my cameras, all being documented, all making sure I saw them, all making sure I knew. They were there. They were many. They were organized. They were aware. And they were... what? What did they want? Why show themselves? Why be captured? Why let me document them? Camera 16 was different. The images started normal. Then the entity appeared. Single. Alone. But it was holding something. I zoomed in. Enhanced. Tried to see. It was a camera. My camera. One of my trail cameras. But not this one. A different one. One of the 20. It was holding it. Showing it to camera 16. showing me that it had found them, that it had collected them, that it was now doing what I was doing, documenting, capturing, recording. It was studying me, the way I studied wildlife. It was researching me, understanding my methods, my patterns, my behaviors, learning, the way I learned about bears, about their habitat, about their movements. It was doing the same to me. I was the subject now, I was the wildlife, I was being documented. Cameras 17 and 18, similar images, the entities holding my cameras, showing them, displaying them, making sure I understood. They had control now. They had the tools. They had the means. They were the researchers. I was the subject. The roles had reversed. The watchers were being watched. The documenters being documented. The observers being observed. Camera 19. This one was outside my house, not in the forest. I'd placed it in my yard 6 months ago to test equipment, to check settings. I'd forgotten about it, forgotten to collect it, forgotten it was there. The images showed normal yard activity, deer passing through, neighbors' cats, standard suburban wildlife, until week 2, the entity appeared, at night, standing at the edge of my yard, watching my house, watching my windows, watching me. I could see my silhouette through the window, in my living room, watching TV, unaware, while it stood outside, watching me. The images continued, every night, same position, same watching. For 2 weeks, it had been there, every night, watching me sleep, watching me live, watching me exist, studying me, learning me, documenting me. And I'd had no idea, no awareness, no knowledge. It had been there, always there, just outside, just watching, just waiting, just camera 20, the last one, deep in the forest, furthest from any trail, hardest to access, most remote. I opened the files. The first image was timestamp, 3 hours ago. 3 hours. That was impossible. I just collected the camera, just brought it home, just now importing. 3 hours ago I was still in the forest, still collecting. But the image showed my truck, parked, at the trailhead, empty, me gone, into the forest, starting my collection. The next image, 2 hours, 50 minutes ago, showed me, walking past camera 5, collecting, working, unaware, being captured, being documented, being watched. The images continued, following my progress, camera to camera, every collection point, every stop, every moment. I was being documented, my entire collection day, my entire route, they'd been watching, following, tracking, recording, using my own cameras, against me, to document me, to capture me, to study me. The final image, timestamp, 17 minutes ago, showed me, at my house, in my office, at my laptop, importing these images, looking at this screen, being captured, being documented, being watched, right now, this moment. As I was experiencing it, I was being recorded. I looked up, from my screen, around my office. Where was the camera? Where was the lens? Where was I being captured from? I saw it, on my bookshelf, my own trail camera, camera 20, the one I'd just collected, the one I'd just brought home, the one that should be empty, should be off, should be dormant. But its red light was blinking, recording, active, capturing, documenting, me, looking at me, seeing me realize, seeing me understand, seeing me know. I was being studied. I was the research subject. I was the wildlife. And they, whoever they were, whatever they were the researchers. They were the documenters. They were the ones with the tools, the methods, the understanding. And I was just another animal, another subject, another data point, another series of images, another pattern to study, another behavior to record, another life to document. I reached for the camera, to turn it off, to stop it, to end the documentation. But I hesitated, because if I turned it off, if I stopped the recording, would they know? Would they come? Would they retrieve their camera? Would they collect their subject? Would they complete their study? The way I completed mine? The way researchers always do? With collection? With capture? With specimen preservation? The camera kept recording. The red light kept blinking. And I knew that somewhere, somehow, they were watching. Real time. Live feed. Remote monitoring. Advanced methods. Superior technology. They were watching me. Right now. Seeing me frozen. Seeing me afraid. Seeing me understand. Seeing me become aware that I'm not the researcher anymore. I'm the researched. I'm not the documenter. I'm the documented. I'm not the observer. I'm the observed. And the study is ongoing. The data collection continues. The images accumulate. The patterns emerge. The behaviors are recorded. The subject is tracked, followed, watched. Always watched. Forever watched. Until what? Until the study is complete? Until they have enough data? Until they understand? Until they collect? I can hear them outside now, moving through my yard, around my house, setting up more cameras, more monitoring equipment, more documentation tools, improving their coverage, expanding their study area, ensuring complete observation, complete recording, complete documentation of me, of my life, of my existence, every moment, every movement, every breath, all captured, all recorded, all studied, all understood, by researchers I'll never see clearly, by entities I'll never document, by watchers who've turned the tables, who've reversed the roles, who've made me into what I made the bears, a subject, a specimen, a data point, a series of images on a memory card, a pattern in a spreadsheet, a behavior in a report, a conclusion in a study, a wildlife photograph, a captured moment, a documented life. That's all I am now. That's all I'll ever be. Just another image, another timestamp, another entry in their research. Forever. If you're disturbed by more accounts from people who've discovered they're not the observers but the observed, make sure to subscribe to Campfire Nightmares. And I need to ask you, have you ever found anything strange on your security cameras? Your doorbell cams? Your trail cameras? Images that shouldn't be there? Shapes in the background? Timestamps that don't make sense? Moments captured that you don't remember happening? Share what you found in the comments, because I think I'm not the only one being studied. I think there are others. Other researchers, other scientists, other photographers, other people who set up cameras to document nature, to capture wildlife, to record the forest. All of us, all being studied back, being documented, being captured, being watched by something that learned our methods, that understands our tools, that uses our technology against us, to study us, to document us, to understand us the way we tried to understand them. And once they understand, once the study is complete, once they have enough data, they'll move to the next phase, the collection phase, the specimen phase, the preservation phase. And we'll just be another image, another capture, another documented moment, another archived specimen, in their collection, in their museum, in their research facility, wherever it is, whatever it is. We'll never know. We'll just be there, forever documented, forever watched, forever studied, forever preserved, in the cameras, in the images, in the eternal observation. That never stops, never ends, never releases, just captures, forever. Click, timestamp, now. Subject, you. Status, documented. Study, ongoing. Collection, pending.